This is the full story of the legend Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela, 1918 to 2013, the prisoner who became president. Nelson Ralilela Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in the village of Mvizo in Eastern Cape of South Africa. He was a member of the Thembu royal family and was given the forename Ralilela, meaning pulling the branch of a tree or troublemaker. His father, a local chief, died when Mandela was young, and he was placed under the guardianship of the Thembu region, who ensured he received a good education. Mandela attended the University of Fort Hare, where he began developing his political awareness. He was expelled for participating in a student protest and later completed his studies through correspondence. Moving to Johannesburg, he worked as a law clerk and eventually studied law at the University of Witwatersrand, becoming one of the few black lawyers in the country at the time. In 1944, Mandela joined the African National Congress, ANC, and co-founded the ANC Youth League, advocating for a more radical approach to ending apartheid, the institutionalized system of racial segregation and discrimination enforced by the white minority government. Throughout the 1950s, Mandela emerged as a key leader in campaigns of nonviolent resistance, such as the Defiance Campaign, and helped draft the Freedom Charter in 1955, a document calling for equality, democracy, and human rights for all South Africans. The government responded with increasing repression. Mandela was arrested multiple times, and after the Sharpeville Massacre in 1960, where police killed 69 unarmed protesters, the ANC was banned. Convinced that peaceful protests alone would not end apartheid, Mandela co-founded Umkhonto weSizwe, Spear of the Nation, the armed wing of the ANC, in 1961. The group carried out acts of sabotage against government and military installations, aiming to avoid civilian casualties. In 1962, Mandela was arrested and sentenced to 5 years in prison for inciting workers' strikes and leaving the country without permission. While serving his sentence, he was put on trial again, this time for sabotage and conspiracy to overthrow the government in what became known as the Rivonia Trial. In 1964, he was sentenced to life imprisonment. Mandela spent the next 27 years in prison, most of them on Robben Island, enduring harsh conditions, hard labor, and limited contact with the outside world. Despite this, he became a global symbol of resistance to oppression, with growing international pressure calling for his release. Over time, even some members of South Africa's white minority began to see him as a figure who could lead the country toward peace. In 1990, under President F.W. de Klerk, Mandela was released from prison as apartheid laws began to be dismantled. He quickly resumed leadership of the ANC, leading negotiations with the government to establish multiracial elections and a new democratic constitution. In 1994, South Africa held its first democratic elections, and Nelson Mandela became the country's first black president. His presidency focused on national reconciliation, healing the divisions of apartheid, and building a new, inclusive South Africa. He established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to investigate human rights abuses committed under apartheid, promoting forgiveness rather than vengeance. Mandela stepped down after one term in 1999, continuing to work on charitable causes, conflict resolution, and global human rights. He remained a beloved figure worldwide, symbolizing courage, dignity, and moral leadership. Nelson Mandela died on December 5, 2013, at the age of 95. His life remains a testament to the power of perseverance, forgiveness, and the fight for justice. Kindly like and subscribe for more history about our great legend.